Hello, JRLP students. It's Ms. Shapiro. I wanted to make an announcement about some virtual field trips that we have going on around the school. Now, for some of you in grades 6 through 8, you have already experienced the first in a series of 4 that's all about celebrations around the world and what we can learn from these other cultures and celebrations in order to connect and to empathize and just to have a better, wider understanding. Now, 10th and 11th graders. Today, your virtual field trips begin, and you'll be doing this for your social studies classes with Mr. Broom and Ms. McCammon, and those virtual field trips are a part of a series called Eyewitness to the Holocaust. So you will be learning about survivors' experiences and then also from those who were eyewitnesses who shared their experiences with us so that we can learn from them. It's a really important event in history to understand. And also, I think that it will connect well to what you all are learning in your social studies classrooms. Now, that said, I want to give a little shout out to some students from last week in the middle school VFT who really demonstrated some great traits of self-confidence and then also positivity. I really appreciate you folks who used the mic, you raised your hand, and you used the mic to answer our speakers' questions. Or perhaps you use the Q&A to share a thoughtful comment or a response to the question that was on topic. Kudos to you all. You're awesome. We want to see more of that in our upcoming parts of this series. We have 3 more VFTs left in middle school through study hall on Thursdays. Now, there were a few instances last week that made me pause a little bit because I know that we can do better. I think maybe part of the problem is we didn't really have this talk about what do we share? Should we share? What I want you all to think about is I want you to think about using think, all right, as a strategy before you decide to either raise your hand to use the mic or put something in the Q&A to answer a question. Think about it. Is it true? Is it helpful? Is it inspiring? Is it necessary? And finally, and most importantly, is it kind? We want to make sure that we are showing our speaker our very best, and we want to make sure that our speaker is at ease and feels comfortable sharing with us. So just be thinking about that, and those are really for any situation that you happen to be in. If it doesn't fit with think, don't say it, all right? Okay, now, here is something that you can take a look at with your advised teacher afterwards, after this short video. These are just some behaviors that you might engage in during a virtual field trip. And this is what you might say on a virtual field trip, okay? So just kind of take a look at that after this video to see, okay, here's some ideas of what would be a great idea. Just a couple more things before I go. I want to share a few tips from our middle school teachers that they shared with me. Now, I went over the first one already. In terms of the chat and Q&A and using it in respectful ways, keep in mind that if you're not sure, you can always chat your teacher on the side, or you can also chat me, and I am happy to respond to you and let you know if, yes, that's a good thing to put in the chat, or maybe not, okay? And we would appreciate that you do that. Now, another thing is we want to make sure that we stay on topic and stay focused. If you don't get called on, please don't be insulted. Just try again after another question. We can only take a few for the sake of time. And then also, I know that some 6th graders already saw portions or all of this series on celebrations last year as 5th graders. Now, it never hurts to learn something in a deeper way, right? So, like, if you learned about mooncakes last year and you thought that was super interesting and you want to know more and you're reminded of that by the speaker, go ahead and open up a tab and Google it and find out what other information you can learn, all right? Because that's what these experiences are really all about, is your learning and providing you guys with a unique experience. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you at our next VFT.